Dear friends, I want to wish you a Shabbat Shalom and also a good Chodesh as we're entering into a very, very special month, the month of Kislev, which firstly has the incredible holiday of Hanukkah. It's probably the most celebrated Jewish holiday, which has very deep symbolism and meaning to it. It has many Hasidic holidays, starting back from the second leader of the Hasidic movement, the Maggid of Mezrich, whose passing was on the 19th of Kislev, and then the founder of Chabad, who was released from imprisonment on the 19th of Kislev, many years later. And then our Rebbe, who experienced an incredible recovery from a double heart attack in 1977 at the age of 75, and who came back for many years stronger than ever and flowing with teaching, guidance, inspiration, and leading Chabad to become the largest force in Jewish life, one of the largest forces of good from the Jewish world to the general world as well. So in this week's Torah portion, we find Yitzchak planning to give the blessing to the next generation for the Jewish people to continue. And he has two sons. He has to choose who is going to be the one through which Jewish life, Jewish continuity, Jewish growth will happen. And he preferred Esav, who we know was not really following the Jewish path. But at the end of the day, it was Yaakov who got the blessings. And that's a discussion in its own we're not going to talk about now. But what was the blessing that he finally got from Yaakov when he felt this is the one who he wants to confer the blessing, the one whose voice sounds like Jacob, but the body feels, the hair on his skin feels like Esav. And he says, V'yitn l'cha elikim et hala shamayim. May God bless you and give you from the dew of the heavens, umishmane yaretz, from the fat of the earth, from the choicest of what the earth produces, v'rav dagan, an abundance of grain, v'sirei and wine. All-encompassing blessing. From the heavens, whatever comes from the heavens, the dew that allows everything to grow, enables everything to grow. From the earth, what comes from the earth, meaning everything in this world is God's, everything in this world is from God's blessing, and we want to pull from the, comes from the heaven, the spirituality, and the blessings that come from heaven, but the blessings that are lying deep in the earth, which we help uncover those blessings, spiritual, physical, and then grain and wine. Why grain and wine? And perhaps here the Torah is trying to tell us something very important. When we're looking to build a full life, a complete life, a blessed life, we all need to have two elements in our life. Grain is a necessity, though there's a battle against bread and gluten in the world. But always in the Torah and throughout and in healthy times, bread was the necessity. The main staple of food was bread. Still is for most people. It's a staple that we need to just keep our bodies functioning and working. And then you have luxuries. Things that are beautiful to have, though they're not a necessity. The body doesn't need them to exist, but they give and represent pleasure. Wine. And the Torah is telling us that we have to learn to live our lives where we have to always pay attention to the basic structure and the necessities of life, and realize that to have a successful life, you have to follow that structure. And Judaism is full of structure. What we do when we wake up every morning, how we get dressed, the order of the day, how we close down the day and go to sleep, and everything that happens in between. Repetition, every day doing the same things, mostly. And then there's the extra juice, the excitement of what we search for, Torah, deeper understanding, a holiday that comes once a year, a Shabbat that comes once a week, the things that add the flavor to our life. And sometimes people say, I love the flavor and I love all the exciting things. I have no time for the regular minutia that are repetitive all the time. And some will say, I love the minutia and this is what's important, the repetitive way of life, and I don't have an interest. And Jacob's blessing was that he should have both, because you need both. It's impossible to create a trajectory of growth if you don't have a proper structure. You can't build a skyscraper unless you have a good foundation. But for that to remain eternal, continuous, and always being able to be followed, you need to have the depth, which comes through mostly learning of Torah, the experience of prayer where our heart is poured out, the holidays when we really dig into our identity and our sense of who we are and what we are. We need to have all of them. And so all of us in our life, we need to have both of them. Do mitzvahs that are consistent. Start with one, then another, but at the same time, give yourself the juice. Give yourself the Torah learning, the understanding, the depth, and all the other things that give us a sense of what we call pleasure, but really are the fuel that allow us and enable us to continually grow and continually move forward and get closer and closer to Hashem. So we want to wish you all a Shabbat Shalom, Chodesh Tov. God bless you. We love you all. Candlelighting time, Montreal, 4 p.m.